week we had the International Convention of Toastmasters International at Denver, Colorado. And the most exciting thing about that convention is that there is an international speech contest where one person from the whole world gets to become international champion of public speaking. This time the winner was Aaron Beverly. Did anyone of you get a chance to see that speech? Raise your hand if you have witnessed that speech. If you haven't witnessed, I would urge you to go back, Google it, and view that speech because it was an amazing speech, and he's an amazing speaker. He's one of the most favorite speakers and winners of international speech contests. But I'm not here to speak about Aaron today. I'm here to speak about another person who got that title. Back in 2015, the winner and international champion of public speaking was Muhammad Kathani. He came to Pakistan and he gave me this book and he signed it and he wrote on it, "To Zunair, you are my favorite D." Now why tell you this? Obviously to boast about it and tell you that there are two persons in this room who know him. The second one is DTM Saf. And I'm also his favorite one, unlike you, Mr. DTM.
I am also his favorite. I've got the book also.
But I'm also telling you this because he delivered a stupendous speech. He told us about the different personality types. Me being his favorite D, I have a dominating personality. There are other personality types as well. S is for the people who support other people, who think about other people. Then there are C, the compliant people who can do the same repetitive thing again and again, like all of you accountants probably. Or there is I, people who are innovative, who can come up with different ideas, who can probably work in marketing. But the most important thing that I learned from his speech and his training was that all of these skills, all of these personality types, they're really important because you can't have many Ds working together. You need to have a D and a P and a S and an I and all different personality types in order to create a wonderful team and in order to get the amazing things delivered. And this was my learning from his project, his speech, that I need to respect different personality types. Why I'm sharing this? Because recently I took another survey. I'm today delivering a project where I am to understand different leadership styles. So this project required me to go through a checklist of 48 questions. And after those questions, there was a marking and there was another marking, and at the end I was to understand what my leadership style is. So there were 8 different leadership styles. Bureaucratic, democratic, authoritative, affiliative, innovative, coaching, pace setting, altruistic. And each of them have different personality types. Each of them have a different characteristics. Now these are all leadership styles. So bureaucratic meaning the person, the leader, would be micromanaging. He will be telling his team each and every individual thing that they need to do, and the team will have to do it. And bureaucratic people get things done in very short time. On the other hand, authoritative people, they give them a goal. The team has to achieve that goal. They have the ability to take whatever path they like. Here we have people using their brain to do whatever they want to do and achieve that objective. Then we have the innovative people, where no single goal is given. The leader has a problem, gives them a problem to solve, and the team comes in to resolve that problem. They can use their own mind which path they want to take. Pace setting is where the leader wants everyone to give their 110%. The problem is these kind of leaders can't be in this mode for a very long time because then people would burn out and then they would not be able to do anything. Democratic, the kind of government that we have in Pakistan, where everyone has to have a buy-in. The problem is you can't really get much done because you have to bring everyone on the same page, but then everyone agrees with everything, and there might be different people acting as leaders in different times. Affiliative leadership style is where you get everyone to form a team, to form a bond, and a very strong bond between themselves. Coaching is like, as the name suggests, the person, the leader, coaches individuals to reach their full potential. And the last one, altruistic, is where the leader recognizes that every person will have their own person, their own pace. It's more of a one-to-one understanding thing. The leader is empathetic. Now, those of you who know me, what do you think the result was? And those of you who do not know me, you can make a guess. What do you think I got from the result? Which of these is my personality types? All of you can go up, all together. Just speak up.
Innovative.
Altruistic.
Innovative.
I have seen you different leadership skills at different times.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think you are you are a bureaucratic come democrat.
Okay. Anyone from the back, any guesses? What's my leadership style? If I'm a leader at all.
Authoritative.
You want to be
Authoritative.
authoritative.
Okay. Okay.
And you want to be authoritative.
Right. Okay. Innovative. Some of you are right, but most of you are wrong. Because the result was, there was a tie between 5 of them. So you are the closest that anyone could get. Now, I wasn't surprised at all. Because when I was going through the manual, I wanted to be all of them. And learning from what Mohammad Kathani had told us, one of the learning there was that every role is important, because every role has its own importance in a specific time, in a specific scenario. And that is something that I try to do. Now, I go by a saying by Bruce Lee. He has a famous saying. He says, and I quote, "Be like water. Water flows. If you put it in a cup, it becomes a cup. If you put it in a bottle, it becomes a bottle. If you put it in a kettle, it becomes kettle. It takes the characteristics of whatever you put it in. It can flow, it can crash, it's formless. Be like water, my friend." And I go by that. I try to be like water. So as a leader, what I try to do is, whatever the circumstances, I try to be the best leader in those circumstances. And that is why I wasn't amazed or surprised when I got this result. And I could relate to each of them in different scenarios, me acting as that kind of a leader. So the learning here is, 1, you need to be a leader. 2, you need to be like water, so that whatever the circumstances or whatever the people require, you become the kind of leader that they need. Because leadership is less about the leader and more about the people who follow that leader. Over to Toastmasters meeting.